They've missed him. And they've asked him to come back on this program. They've missed him. I've missed him. And I'm told now that he is standing by. The one and only Conor McGregor on the program. Conor, how are you?
What's happening, Ariel? I always love your intro. Over the years, they always get me pumped.
Oh, I appreciate that. Conor, they didn't believe me that you would return on the show. They all thought that I was lying, that it was Wolf tickets. Here you are. It's so great to talk to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be on the show, Ariel. I'm happy for you. With your new gig, ESPN. I'm very happy ESPN are involved in the game, and it's good to talk to you, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, and it is so great to have you back in the mix. It's so great to be involved in a Conor McGregor fight week. We have missed you, my friend, and it's great to see that you have missed it as well. And I wanted to ask you right off the bat about something that you said to the Mac Life yesterday. You said that recently you fell out of love with the game. Could you tell us when that happened and how you regained your love for the sport?
Yeah, I mean, situations surround, not necessarily the sport or that I fell out of love, or certainly not training. I always train, but just the way things have been handled, I suppose, and the way, like, things don't really matter, you know what I mean? You dedicate your whole life to something, and it's just taken like it's nothing and given to someone who's, I don't know, those type of things more so is what I think. So what I did not like was, hey, the King's back, Ariel, and I'm here to correct things.
Last time we heard from you in an MMA setting was Madison Square Garden late night. You just beat Eddie Alvarez, and you said that if they want you back, they're going to have to make it right. You want equity. You want a piece of the pie. Did you get that equity?
Yeah, you know, I've got a tasty deal, and a breathtaking deal if you consider where the sport has been at. I mean, if you consider my opponents, even, for instance, I know I brought this up before. Nate Diaz's push before he fought me was 20,000 to show, 20,000 to win. The deal I'm on now is it's breathtaking what we have achieved in this game. So I'm very, very happy with it. But really now, it's easy for me to say, hey, I'm not doing this for the money. I don't want to say that because, you know, I am here for the money. Well, I was here for the money, and I've achieved the money. I've got what I needed, and I've got it to the level it's at. So now I'm in a position where I don't necessarily need it, and I don't want to be that type of person. I'd be like, hey, I'm not here for that, because, you know, you've got to look after your family, and you've got, you know, people are doing this to survive. So that's certainly where I'm at. I'm in a great position now. I've achieved many great things in my short fighting career. Well, short enough fighting career, I suppose. I'm still only 20 years of age, but I've reached a great height. And I'm here just for the love of this now. I'm just looking forward to getting in and competing. It's going to be the stuff now that's kind of coming on top. The weight cutting is about to begin. The media is ramping up. Things like this, you know, they're the things I'm not the most enjoyable for me. But I'm close to the fight, and that's what I am seeking the most, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. I've had many fights in the lead up to this, and I'm just looking forward to the real one.
After the Mayweather fight, a lot of people pointed to the fact that you made so much money in that fight. How could you possibly return to the UFC? Could you tell us how close your pay in this fight compares to the Mayweather one?
You're always at that, Ariel. Let's try to dig into the numbers. It's cool. I mean, who we asking? We asking me, we asking the commission. We're asking the commission, ain't nothing changed. Asking me, a lot's changed. So it's one of those scenarios. But it's a tasty, record-breaking deal. And my team, my management stable, Paramount Sports Management, myself, we have done a lot of great work. And with the UFC, we've came to an agreement, and we've figured it out, and here we are. Happy days.
I remember when you told me episode 300, you said 9 figures is what you're after. I'm assuming it's 9 figures, but are we talking like...
Yeah, you're talking, give or take.
Okay.
The Mayweather was a 9-figure. This one, we're not there, but it's a good solid 8-figure, halfway there.
Okay. It also recently came out that you signed a new deal with the UFC, a 6-fight deal, which I believe adds 2 more fights to your contract. Why did you do that?
Yeah, why did we do that? Yeah, but why did we do that? Well, he's asking why did we add it because it was a 4-fight. Yeah, but the deal, like you said, that's all pony, mate. Who's stepping out of that octagon to a new deal? You know yourself, mate. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we had an old deal. We had an old existing deal, and we kept going. And we got a new deal. It was a 6-fight deal. But I suppose for the money they're paying, it's a safety net for them that they have me locked in for another couple of fights, if all else. Like if I just, you know what I mean. But I don't really know. I don't think in my entire career I've ever gone close to even getting halfway through the damn thing without a new one being brought up. So, I mean, I suppose it's just a safety side on their aspect, on their side of things. So, look, we're all very happy. I think we're all very happy for where we're at.
Okay.
But of course, it's still wrong. Considering what the Mayweather fight was, it's not with the Mayweather fight, but it's halfway there. It's a good halfway there. So, and to fight this little bum, this flat foot fool. You know what I mean? To fight this fool that people think is all this and all that. He's stuck in the mud, Ariel, and he's gonna freeze up in there. So, I'm very happy with it. So, we're happy with the deal. All parties involved, and let's go get it.
He told me earlier today that it's personal for him. Usually it's not, but this one is personal. Is it personal for you too?
Certainly, for the time that comes around, it's always a little bit personal. Whether it's personal with the opponent, it's personal with something. There's always someone saying something. There's always something going on that makes it a little bit more personal. So it's definitely a bit more personal than usual. But for me, like I said before, I'm a veteran now. I've been almost in every damn weight division. I've been in every combat sport at all levels. So it can be anything to me now. It's just I'm going to get in this cage and maul this man, and that's it. So,
Conor, could you tell us what the last year has been like for you? You know, covering your career again. I always think back to that first time we spoke with the Blueberries and no pot to piss in, and then to see the star that you became, and then to see what happened with the Mayweather fight coming to fruition, and then ever since then, you know, there was the moment in Poland with Artem and Mark Goddard, and then there was the moment at the Bellator event, and then there were all these rumors about you in Ireland and the mob, and then the thing in Brooklyn. What has this past year been like for you? How would you describe it?
You know, no one, only God can judge me, Ariel. A lot of things have happened, you know, but this type of wealth, many things change around you. The people around you change. You change. Yeah, everything changes. So I'm just living my life and carrying on. I mean, the sense, I don't want to go into each individual situation. The Poland one, I'm not going to go into each individual one. They're all completely separate. Some of them are complete, absolute So, it is what it is. It's close to territory, Ariel. You know, I am no angel. There's no doubt about that. But hey, I'm just a young kid in a wild position, and I'm just living my life to the best of my ability, and that's all I can do. I'm still learning, still growing, and that's it.
Do you have any regrets?
That's all I can do.
Is there anything you wish you did differently?
None. Not a single regret. If you want to talk about the Bellator or the Poland and the Dublin event, I mean, I was just supporting a teammate. Granted, I was a little bit emotional, but there was no need to go on and have a press tour about the damn thing afterwards. And then regarding the Dublin contest, the bout was over. The bout was over. Simple as. I've witnessed all types of things happen inside that cage. Life and death I've seen inside that cage, Ariel. So that bout was over. I would not have jumped in there to celebrate for a friend of mine otherwise, and that's it. And it can be painted any other way. I'm no angel. I know what happened wasn't correct and whatever. But hey, sometimes emotions get a hold of you, and that's it. But it was certainly not a one-way street.
I understand that you can't speak about Brooklyn because there's still some pending litigation. I respect that. I was just wondering, because I had a debate with Chael about this recently, about the genesis of your issue with Khabib. And my point of view was that you saw what happened to Artem, and that obviously bothered you, as you said, loyalty. Is that he disputed that claim. Could you tell us what is the genesis of this issue with Khabib from your point of view?
No, that's certainly Artem has been in my, many people, right, Ariel, they come around me and they can't last around me and around this lifestyle, around this fight, around the true fight game and true fight preparation. If it wasn't for Artem giving me all of himself, I wouldn't be where I'm at. He was the one that was able to step inside that octagon with me and help me prepare for bouts. Even backstage, he was able to help me prepare for bouts. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to reach the level that I needed to reach to get to this level that I'm at now. So Artem has done a lot for me over the years, and that's it. That was certainly a big turning point. And the fact they're from the same place, and the fact that they're both there for fight week, and I had helped Artem for that current fight where he was supposed to fight Bruce Leroy, and he put in a lot for that camp. He was in phenomenal condition, and then when it all happened, and I knew what was going down in his hometown in Russia, it was a low move, and then the fact that the other guy, the Chechen guy that was there, it was just low. I felt so that was it. But there's many other things, and yourself, we'll just move on. Ariel.
Fair enough.
There's been a lot. Well, actually, all you telling me to move on. I'm all right where I'm at. Please, all he's telling me move on. You're right, because I do have a lot of stuff pending, but I also have a fight pending, and that's what I'm looking forward to most. But the man's a fake rat, Ariel. Simple as. You know yourself. You know the stuff. You know who he's managed by. You know the way they are. You know what type of people they are. Every single one of them. Every single one of them can get it. And this is never going to be over. This fight, it's not over on this fight. Trust me on that. Every one of them need to watch where they step. Watch what they say. Watch what they do. Watch where they sleep at night. And that's the truth of it. So that's my thoughts on the whole thing. And now we'll move on.
Okay.
There you go. You're happy already.
Fair enough.
Paradigm Sports Management, top stable of fighters we have, top animals.
Oh well, we could break some news. You just signed Cris Cyborg.
We just signed Cris Cyborg. He's at the same. I said another fighting animal we have on our roster. Not the only athletes we have. We have NFL clients, NBA, MLS. Terry Maguire already is.
Yes, he is one of, if not the best.
We've a great team, and we look after our athletes and our people the correct way, and that's it. So I'm very, very grateful to be with Audi and Paradigm, and long may it continue.
Conor, what did you make of him at the press conference? Some people thought that he was sort of...
Yeah, how many years spent saying this and saying that. We said nothing. So that's it. But still, hey, the fight's upon us. So the press conference is the press conference. I'd almost too many damn things to say, and that's the situation I kind of find myself in. I've almost too much to say. So I'm just keeping myself to myself now. That's it. We have a fight upon us. So as the fight gets closer, I get colder. So that's it. Now I'm a little bit chilly. Just.
Did it feel like when you brought up Vladimir Putin and Dagestan Chechnya, his father, did it feel like he was getting a little rattled, that you were getting in his head?
But I don't really care about him rattled from a verbal standpoint. I'm going to rattle him with my fists and many other weapons I have in my locker. So that's how he's going to be rattled. As far as all those other comments, I'm simply stating fact on certain issues that are close to him. I've spent time in Russia. I've spent time with Artem. I've spent time around these good people, and I know the situation. And I know this fake respect that these people carry. And then when it's put before them, and you see what happens. So rattle this, rattle that. I don't care. I'm going to rattle his brain on October 6th.
The general consensus seems to be that if this fight goes past the second round, it's his fight to lose. He's going to outwork you, wrestling, cardio, things like that. Have you heard these pundits? Have you heard this analysis? And what do you make of?
I mean, I've heard it before. I've been tired in there. I've been everything in that damn cage. So I'm a veteran. I'm experienced. Let's see. He better not hope he doesn't get tired himself. He better not hope the tables don't flip. You know what I mean? So let's see how he feels after eating a few shots. Because a man gets weak when he gets hit by me. I feel it every day. So that's it. Let's see what happens in here. I'm ready.
Do you have any concern that he doesn't show up?
I don't know. I think he should make the weight. I think he's on track to make the weight, and everything seems to be going okay. So I hope he does. But hey, if he doesn't, I believe then it's only bottle. It's only his bottle that's gone, not necessarily anything else. So, but I believe we'll get there.
He told me earlier today he's 166.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear.
Right. And you have already said you've already started thinking. You know what the next move is. Is that accurate? You know what's after Khabib already?
I mean, I'm certainly considering a few options. I'm certainly considering a few. There's many things on the horizon, so we'll see what happens. There's a few opponents about to compete. There's this fight in the coma, and of course, then there's boxing ventures. There's a lot of things in my setup area. So I'm very excited about that.
Does Floyd play into those plans at all?
Yes, of course.
In what regard?
I mean, if he has the bottle to come over and do it, I mean, I like he said he would, like he said he has. So we'll see. I don't necessarily think he does, but we can see what happens. I'd also box him again. I would also like to box him again.
Is that being discussed at all? Was that approached to you at all?
There's a lot. Everything's being discussed. Everything's being discussed. Every rule. There's all rule modification. Everything's being discussed. So I feel if it's not an MMA bout, then I don't want to know. If it's either a straight MMA bout or a straight boxing bout, I don't think. I think if they come looking for modified rules and this and that, I'd rather just box the kid again. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, then don't be. Just don't do it then. Stop going on like you do it. So that's probably my mindset on that. But let's see what happens.
Conor, did you donate some money to a sick child recently that came out? And I didn't see you speak about it. I don't know if you were comfortable speaking about it, but there was a report that you donated $10,000 to a child who was sick. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, a kid named Brew. I read something that came across my lap. Yeah, I did.
You don't know this person?
No, I don't. I read a story and I can't. I do this a few times sometimes, but I felt the kid's pain. He has this tube up his nose, and the kid has cerebral palsy. Now, I have a friend of mine, Anthony Gunnigan, his name is, and he used to set these football matches years ago. When we were only kids, we used to go and play. We were just friends. We used to go and gather our friends up, and we used to go and play against the cerebral palsy Irish team, and to raise charity and all. These were top. These kids were playing brilliant. Like, they used to whoop us. They used to be scoring goals from the halfway line. They used to be getting beaten 8-0 and all. So mad little set. But they were good. It just when I heard that, and then I felt the kid's pain. He has a tube that feeds him through his nose, and he keeps pulling it out of his nose, and he can't understand why the pain or why he shouldn't do it. And I just felt the kid's pain, and I just donated to it. They needed 10, and I just donated. I donated it to GoFundMe, so that's it.
Well done.
And then yeah, thank you. So I hope the kid gets, like, if he gets a procedure, then it goes through his belly then. So I hope it goes well. I mean, I've done some good things, Ariel. You know what I mean? I'm not all fucking bad, but whatever. It is what it is. I just carry on doing my thing, and that's it.
Do I have a couple more minutes? I know I've gone over. Do I have a couple more minutes?
Yeah, sure. Of course. For yourself, Ariel. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm very happy for you. You're a credit to there's many people in the game who put their time and effort in to make this sport better, and you are one of those individuals. I'm very happy for you and your new venture. Like I said, with ESPN, this deal with ESPN is absolutely breathtaking. For the UFC also, you can do nothing but put your hands up to Ariel and those guys. This and Dana, of course. This ESPN deal is amazing for all involved, and I'm very, very happy and I'm very honoured to be here and chat to you on your new show. So carry on, my friend.
Thank you so much. Is there any chance that you fight on ESPN once the deal kicks in? Has that been discussed?
No, that hasn't been discussed, but I mean, whatever. Maybe. I don't know. I do not know that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Audie, he's asking, is there any chance I'd fight on ESPN? You just don't know, don't you know? You know what, Ariel? Where the my Irish have been? Say about that. Any chance of a knock in Ireland?
Yeah.
Say we just having random ones in Ireland. You're not gonna believe them ones will be it. But
Those aren't true? Those aren't true?
No, those tabloid papers are. I believe none of them.
Okay.
I believe not one damn thing.
Where does that come from? Just out of nowhere? They're just trying to smear
I
your
don't
name?
just don't know, mate. To be honest, it's actually quite crazy. It's made my life different anyway. So, hey, it is what it is.
I actually said
it's nothing the Irish people aren't aware of, used to, and aware of what these papers are, what these tabloid papers are up to. So, that's just the way it is. Like I said, it comes with the territory. So.
I feel, Conor, and I don't know if you agree, but I said it on one of the Irish shows last week, and I'm not just saying it because you're on. I feel like they still don't appreciate you. It's like they're still stuck on page 1 of your story, and they're still talking about cage fighting and the antics. Like one of the biggest stars in our sport, in the world, one of the biggest star in sport, period, is from Ireland, Little Ireland. And I still feel like the media over there, and they still want to try to take shots at you and discredit you and not treat you like a sort of, like a Roy Keane type of star. Why is that? Do you feel the same way?
It's welcome to Ireland, Ariel. One of the nicest people in the world, and everyone bust your nut open if you cross us. It's not Ireland for you, Ariel. I don't know. It is what it is. Roy Keane gets it as well. I mean, he gets slated as well. It is what it is.
Okay.
Like I said, it comes with the territory. I could sit and I could focus on that. I don't get me wrong, I see it and it has been brought to my attention and it is what it is. But I could sit and focus on that and then watch it grow. And I could just say it and just do what I'm doing, live my life. That's it, and that's what I'm choosing to do. And what a life.
Is Croke Park still in play? Is that possible?
I mean, I haven't heard. Why not? Why not? I mean, maybe not Croke Park because of what happened with Garrett Brooks and that house as well. I don't know. But, I mean, surely Aviva, surely something can be done. Just throw me in that point. We made 9,000 sound like 90,000 in that damn point in the Tree Arena or the O2, whatever it's called now. The point it's called. That's what it's called. So, I mean, I don't know. It'd be good to have a knock in Ireland before I wrap it up.
How many more fights do you think you have left in you?
You know what? I'll probably have about 312 fights left in me.
Stop. I thought you were gonna.
I don't know, mate. I don't think I'm ever gonna announce I'm retiring unless there's someone in the back or in the boardroom annoying me. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's the only time I'll be retiring. But I'll never be retiring from fighting. I'm a fighting man, Ariel. It's all I fucking know. It puts me at peace. It calms me. So I've got to do it. It's in my blood, and that's it.
A lot of your fans were worried.
I'm a good 312.
Okay, fair enough.
Just about 312. Closing on the halfway stage.
That's a good headline right there. 312 left. Is everything okay with your finger, Conor? People were worried about some mark on your finger.
Finger?
Yeah, people were all freaked out about your finger at the press conference. That there was some I don't know.
Oh no. So I was sparring. Like I said, this is only the strong survive around this game. I was sparring a 90-kilo fighter, Ian Pascal. He's a great, solid fighter. They call him the Bomber. But like me, I sometimes spar with no gum shield. And actually, I was sparring with no gum shield early in the camp, and I took a clash. And the tooth, I'm lucky I didn't lose my damn front tooth. And the gun went through. I actually put up a picture of a bloody mouth. It was from around that time. But I took a smack and the tooth went through the gum. And that's actually with that kid with Brew. You know that Brew, the young boy. Because I was feeling his pain. I was feeling his pain because I was in absolute agony for a while, or for a good week and a half of that. And I was managing it. But it was because I wasn't wearing a damn gum shield sparring. And sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I didn't even have, because I only came back out 2 years off, really, wasn't I? So I had the Mayweather fight, but when I came back, all my gear was in Vegas. I had no gum shield, no nothing. So I was just carrying on with no gum shield and robbing everyone's gear out of the gym. If I needed a pair of blade, a head guard, I'd never wear a head guard, but if I needed a pair of gloves, I'd be robbing them off someone in the gym. And and sparring with no gum shield. I got away with it for a while, and then took the smack, and then I got a gum shield and started wearing that. But then I was sparring this guy, the Bomber, and I smacked him with a clean shot, and his tooth embedded into me knuckle.
Oh wow!
So that was another bleeding. So that was another. So I had. What were people saying about my finger? Because I had something wrapped up or something. Did I?
Yeah, I know there was a mark, a staph infection. I don't know.
Tell people not to be scanning me up and down, Ariel. Yeah, I'm part of it enough as it is. I don't want people scanning me up and down. No, but a man's tooth was embedded into me knuckle.
Oh jeez.
That was it. Welcome to the fight game.
Wow.
A real fight game, not that tip tap that you see so much. I mean, you got to get in and do it. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. Make a decision. So it is what it is.
What do you say
to? I don't care.
What do you say to George St. Pierre, who seems to be doing a test cut and said that he wanted to fight the winner? Does that interest you?
Yeah, see what happens. I don't think next though. I don't think it doesn't really have anything for me personally. I think if I was to do, I mean, I'd probably rather fight for the 170-pound belt myself. If you had a belt then, I'd probably rather that. But I'm not going to shut the door on that down the line. So, you know what would be another great one? Anderson Silva. What's he at? Anderson Silva would be a great one. I'd be interested in an Anderson Silva belt.
Really?
At some stage there. I swear to God.
What?
Anderson's a legend of the game, and I'm sure he's hoping for a few quid as well at some stage. So, he will be in a few months, I'd say, but that'd be a great... Look, I'm in a position... Like, what's the difference between him and George? What's the difference between him and George? Same damn thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm doing fights that I'm going to do fights that interest me or that have meaning, so... No, it's just one I've been thinking of recently. It'd be a damn good fight.
Wow.
It'd be a damn good knock.
Nate 3 as well?
I'd say he'd probably... you know what, Ariel? Nate Diaz will always have a rematch off of me. No matter what happens, I will always give that man his rematch. He gave me a rematch, I give him a rematch. That's the way it is. When it will happen, I don't know. Whether it will happen next, whether it will happen, you just don't know. But that man will always... We will complete that trilogy. No doubt about it.
Wow. And what about sponsors for this one? Because I know you were done with Reebok. Are you with Reebok now? Do you have any other sponsors for this fight?
We're closing in on the Reebok deal right now. Well, where are we at on that? It's very, very close. We'll see what happens. I've always had a great relationship with Reebok. We're very close now, so I'm very excited, and let's see. It's looking like we'll get there.
Okay, 3 more quick things. A lot of people said I was a liar when I reported that you were going to fight at UFC 224 in May of this past year in Rio against RDA for the interim welterweight title. Was there an offer for you to fight on that card? And
it was a done deal. It was a done deal. May 5th, Rio de Janeiro, the home of Vale Tudo. And that's why I was there. That's why good shame, Audie.
Right.
No, but I know that was a done deal. That was a damn done deal.
Okay.
May 5th, Rio de Janeiro, the birthplace of Vale Tudo. I was excited to go over there and compete for the Brazilian fans against the Sanyos, who had again, another fighter I have had history with, who pulled out with a sword or whatever he pulled out with that time. And then this would have been for the interim 170-pound belt and set me up for that third world title. And I was very, very excited about it. Things took a different turn, and that's it.
Okay.
Sometimes that happens in life.
What do you think when you see your dad become a viral sensation, Conor, talking about the dart and coinage and things like that? Do you get is that good crack at?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, where's my man to get that man's phone out of his bleeding hand? Someone get that thing's phone off him. And my dad's off his head. So is that's the way it is. Hope the McGregors.
It's amazing. And speaking of fatherhood, Conor, I just wanted to say congratulations. I know you're expecting another one, and it's been really cool to see how proud you are of your son, because I remember you telling me that you didn't want to have children while you were a fighter, and now in the midst of your career, in the height of your career, you have a boy.
Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help yourself the way it goes down. But yeah, now life is great. My son's a little beast of a boy. He has his own little attitude, and all he does is want to throw punches and kicks, and Look at him looking into the camera now. He is. He's a mad little thing. He has like these little looks. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? See, he leads with his head and everything. I tell you what, this kid's special. He's so good. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see where his life goes. And I'll be with him all the way.
How does it end on Saturday?
I believe KO. Devastating KO. But I hope it's not too early, to be honest. I believe I will clatter him. He will crumble. I don't believe they can take a smack. So, I mean, a lot of people think the fight hinges on whether he can take a smack, like whether he'll have the chin of a Diaz or maybe the composure of a Mayweather. But I don't think he has either of those. I think he reacts like a novice, and I think he's a man with a glass chin that just hasn't been cracked yet. He's been cracked a little bit, but not by a sniper rifle. So I hope he absorbs it, and then I'm gonna maul him, and then let's see what he's talking. Let's see who's having a conversation in there. Let's see who's doing the talking. So that's what's gonna happen.
Conor, this means more than you'll ever know. Thank you so much for doing this. I know you don't do a lot of interviews these days. I know you haven't done a lot leading up to this fight. For you to come on and give us this much time, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you. It's so great to have you back. On behalf of everyone, it's just so great to be involved in a Conor McGregor fight and be reporting on one. You bring so much to the sport. You're the biggest star in the sport's history. I wish you nothing but the best this week. Good luck in the lead up. Good luck, of course, on Saturday. All the best to you and your family. Again, thank you so much for doing this, Conor.
My pleasure, Ariel. Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you soon. There he is.